Good afternoon. This is Jeff Schmidt. I'm doing a gay history walk then and now. The reason we're here at the Palm House at the Allen Gardens is because a great gay icon, this is his silhouette, Oscar Wilde, came here to talk in 1882. He was only 28 at the time. Everybody know who Oscar Wilde was? Yes?
Just a writer.
Writer, yeah. Anything that he wrote that you might know? The Importance of Being Earnest is one of the plays. He wrote a book, a children's book actually, The Little Prince, and The Importance of Being Earnest. The Picture of Dorian Gray. Do you remember that one? So those are some of the main ones. Oscar Wilde's father was a nose and ear or throat specialist, and guess what? Oscar Wilde died of ear infections. He had been convicted to let the lady through 2 years of hard labor for being a homosexual. And that was, of course, punishable in those days. I mean, here in Toronto, in Canada, it was even against the law until what year? 69, when the law was changed, right? So, yeah, it let people through as they go. Well, we're going to start walking, actually, too. Be yourself. Yes, everyone else is taken. That's right.
Oh, right.
In fact, I wrote a book, and that's the quote, the last thing I say in my book.
Yourself.
This book's called Power Within. It's basically a memoir about my life.
You followed the tour before with someone else. Did you want to talk?
Oh, yes.
These two here, that's really...
Yes. I have it in here somewhere. George Hislop, here's his picture. George Hislop did this history tour, and he was actually, he ran for mayor once, some years back, and he started the Homophile Association at the U of T in the 70s, 72 I believe it was. And he used to do this tour, and I was on his last tour, and I told him I was going to be doing the tours, and he says, yes, I give you my blessing. So that was kind of neat that we sort of handed the reins over officially. Get a good view, and if you want to be in the shade, come in the sun. Anybody know the name of this mural? Anyway, the Equilibrium, and it's by Okuda San Miguel, who's a renowned Spanish street artist, to show the surrounding country, like the gay community up the street, the rural area here of Cabbagetown, and more the business area. The crest features Okada's star, signature element present by Okada's works, topped by a dove, the foliage representing Allen Gardens. Then I want to talk about, used to be a bar here, and it's called the Carriage House. 1973, they had the first, this building here, and the entrance was off the side, and they had the first gay beauty pageant, male beauty pageant at that time. And it was a fairly popular place for dancing and hanging out, and I used to go there as well. So we'll go on now, Law College here. So this is Spa Access, a bathhouse that's very popular. And the interesting thing is at New Year's Eve, they offer free turkey dinner with champagne. So yeah, we shall all come one day. And I happen to know the owner too. The last time we were here, the owner just happened to come out the door and we were talking about him. Anyway, the other bathhouse at the corner is now a straight bathhouse for male and female. And it used to be a gay bathhouse. It was called the Club at one time. So things change a fair bit. We're going to go around the corner just a little bit and then up church. we're going to talk about that building across the road here. Anybody know the name that it had for many years? The barn, that's right. And also Cavaliers. Was it Cavaliers? The lower floor was again a piano bar. In fact, because a lot of older folks went there, they called it the Wrinkle Bar. Sometimes even the Open Grave. It was pretty insulting. Anyway, it's very popular for dancing. They used to have like weekends were usually packed for dancing up on the top floor, especially. Sometimes they have underwear parties. The nude club TNT of Toronto would have nude dancing events as well. So it was very popular for many years. And the owner actually liked younger guys, and it said that the younger partner, lover, killed him eventually. They had, they were jealous, or one was jealous of the other, and they ended up killing him. But apparently that's not the case. So it's still in front of the courts. As far as I know, it's not settled.
Still?
Well, for many years it wasn't settled. I'm not 100% sure if it still is. And the one reason that it's probably 20 years that this building's been empty, was because of that court case. It went on for many years. And I think the sister of the original owner inherited it. But now it's probably, they're waiting for development to happen. So anyway, that was the story of jealousy, jealous love. And this school, you know the name of it? Church Street School. I went there age 14 at grade 7 for 1 year. I'm always tempted to smell the roses. So this is the Garden of Lost Souls to commemorate boys that passed away because of AIDS. And occasionally they'll actually have a violinist inside to play as a memorial.
I didn't know that. Are you going to try to move what was here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the real.
A famous person that used to have a statue here. Did you ever see that statue?
Very dapper. That statue was really.
Alexander Wood, yeah.
I know about.
Yeah?
So the reason they put a statue there, because, well, a couple of things. Wood Street is the next one. This is Alexander. So this area was named after him. Before these houses, it was all woods, like forest. In fact, they called it Molly Woods because Molly was like queer today. So queer woods, they would have maybe called it today, but they called it Molly Woods in those days. And Alexander Wood, he was actually came from Britain. He was a grocer. Well, he started a grocery store here, which became quite successful, then became magistrate. And while he was a magistrate, there was a rape in the city, and the young girl that was raped said, "Oh, I scratched the guy's testicles, so I can identify him." So Alexander Wood took it upon himself to check out the 9 accused and check out their testicles. So that was his fame for the gay community. In fact, the statue had a plaque at the back where there was a bum, and people could touch the bum, and under it said that little story about that he went up and checked people's testicles. Anyway, but the reason the statue was taken away was because he had connections to the schools, the residential schools. So, and same with the other statue that Ryerson, yeah, that similar kind. And there's Michael. This is the Michael who lives in these buildings that we're talking about. And he used to be a writer or editor. Journalist.
Magazine. Yeah, I've lived here 30 years, and I noticed the change.
Should interview.
I hang out at used to be Cafe California. It's now called Cherry Bistro.
Bistro, yeah.
And I make the joke that when I get my Canada pension, I give it to them so I can have my wine. So, but it used to be a pleasure sitting on the side watching all the cuties go by, we all got old. So I can get down, but I can't get up anymore.
So I probably won't go any further. Sometimes we will walk over to look at the plaques at your buildings. But we have already talked about it. The architect of these buildings built in 1955, just the year I was going there to the school. I remember we would sneak into the buildings and ride the elevators because it was a novel thing in those days. And because they had small units like bachelors and one bedrooms, a lot of gay people would move into the buildings. So, you know, because of that, the gay area was kind of formed.
So it's because of the co-ops
That
then the village started to
Right.
to form.
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because before that there were a few places for gay bars further in the village. Like on King Street there was Letro's, where you actually needed to have a secret code to get in. Queen Street had a few places as well. The Westbury here had a place called, what was it called? The Pink Bar or something. Anyway, then the other thing along here is the first gay theater in the world. Buddies in Bad Times. It was the first gay theater in the world. And in fact, I was on stage there last year in the Youth Elder Project put on a project where we were able to tell our stories. And I told 3 stories from my book, basically, with pictures and videos. And yeah, it was a lot of fun putting that on. And then we often look at the building, the tower, and I have a picture of it here. So it's just been renovated into a new condo building and the tower's been kept. The slogan used to be, "Meet you under the clock," in the old days when the bar was still there. The St. Charles Tavern, that's right. And oh yeah, and the other thing with St. Charles Tavern, it was a very popular place to go in on Halloween night. The drag queens would perform there, and straights would come and throw eggs at the drag queens because they had to ridicule them, right? In the 70s, it was almost still against the law, and so it was okay to bash drag queens, they thought. And so the police actually had to intervene, but inside the shows went on perfectly well. You know, the drag queens cleaned up and put on a good show in those days. These days, of course, you get a lot of drag queens on Church Street in the different restaurants. And O'Grady's used to be called Wild Oscars.
Oh.
Yes.
Why do you like it?
I like it because it makes me feel like somebody. No, yeah, well, especially yesterday. There were so many questions and interests in different topics. We had a variety of ages. And in fact, there was one young fella in the walk, he just lost his job and his mother, and he needed somebody to talk to. It was, you know, really to get in touch with people and to connect. It seems to be important. That's why people come out to find about the community and this walk, I think. Mollenhauer, who actually founded Gladney Bookstore. And it was one of the only pictures posters that was remained that he used in here to show the demonstration in Ottawa in '72. And they had a little write-up, and it also mentioned that there was a lot of people were losing their jobs, their homes because of homophobia in those days. So times were very different in '72 than today. So this is a landmark. There's one here at the north end of the village and one at the south end of the village. We didn't talk about the one at the south end, but it's just opposite the College Park Apartments. So the only thing wrong with this, it doesn't rotate and it doesn't sparkle at night. So that's, as far as I'm concerned, it should be that. It should be rotating, it should be sparkling at night, lit up.
I know this is the building.
Robert Simpson used to own that house there. He was the head of the department store, the Simpsons, and Simpson Sears. So the mural represents all the different groups and activities that happen in the 519. They have child care, there's seniors groups, and everything in between. There's dancing groups, Rainbow Ballroom. Crime Timers meets in there, for instance. They call it Spill the Tea every Thursday night to play cards. They get a dinner. So it's lots of activities that happen at 519. So the memorial was built in the 90s, actually, to commemorate the many guys or people that passed away of AIDS throughout the 80s. People would have their name and the date they passed on the plaques.
An excerpt by a poem by Shoshana J. Adley, Circles of Stone to Those Unnamed. We stand at this place among earth and stone, branch and birch, in darkness and in light, through sun and storm, rain and trees, leaves and breeze, life and death. Our strength, though withered and sapped, regenerates here. Each name on each standing stone remarks thousandfold upon those unmarked from sea to sea, pole to pole. The earth would quake with the strength of our memories, flood with the loss of our tears, and in tandem, we exist.
Yeah.
Is that the end of the tour?
Now we're going to the Glad Day bookstore
Let's do that.
and maybe have a drink if somebody wants to have a cool drink or hot drink.